How we doing, guys? Welcome back to Under the Brim podcast. I know we're not really in the studio or at all. You're gonna have this freaking... I was gonna say something weird, but I don't want to be dirty. You're gonna have this freaking horseshoe fly kind of hitting you. It's a thing that they put on horses, so it gets rid of the flies. And because I got you guys propped up right in front of my my dash here, and the camera's probably gonna get too hot. Whoop, I'm driving fast now. So anyway, this podcast, I've been needing to film something. I've been so damn tired, so dog tired that I've been sleeping all day, at least for Friday, and now I'm like, oh, I gotta go to work now. So I'm like, well, I'll just film you guys on the way to work. I got a half an hour, so I got stuff to bank, and I'll just film it now. It's Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. It's gonna post tonight, so you guys all having a good Friday, and I'm excited. The Ashes in the Wind just released this morning. Very happy about that. It sounds great. I hope you all enjoy streaming that. 9th song out in I guess almost 2 years. So we're rolling right along. I wish I would have figured out how to do this sooner. So I'd probably be at like 90 songs by now. It's so dang easy. I mean, it's hard work, but it's a lot faster and cheaper to turn them out myself, and they sound better, in my opinion. So anyway, this podcast is going to be about the grind, just working hard, and when nobody sees it, nobody really, and it's not anyone's fault, but no one acknowledges it because it just hasn't clicked. It's not in season yet. I remember watching Kevin Hart talking to interview, and I forget it exactly what he said, but he said the grind, that's really what is really hard. You got to have that motivation and that passion, and that's the real work, when a real grind, when you wake up every day and give it your all and see no results and just keep moving forward. And so really, I'm excited. I have faith in God. Sometimes I sit there and I'm like, and this is a very serious situation. I wonder if you guys can even see me with this sun, but it's kind of dark out there. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get out of this sun. But anyway, sorry if the lighting's terrible. I can't really help that, but I want to make sure you guys are understanding where I'm coming from. So, the music career is such a serious passion. It's end all be all for me. In music or cowboying. And I'm the type of person that, no offense to anyone else. If they love their jobs, they work at Walmart, FedEx, they work for some business, they make some really good money, that's fine. But for me, I want more out of life. It's, of course I want the money, and I want that to come with it, but to build a ranch, but I want that generational wealth. I want that legacy with the country music to be one of the greats. And it's really hard. Like, I'm not even getting paid gigs, and I'm 27. How am I going to expect to be one of the greats like George Strait or like George Strait? So it gets, like, I have faith in God, and I do, but it's so serious that sometimes it spills over, and I still get nervous and worried about what's going to happen. But I try to have faith in God. No, I do, and I push forward, and I do the work, and right now it's about breaking that ice and getting into gigs and such. But it's been very tough, and it's been a very hard grind. So we're gonna keep moving forward. A little promotional thing right now. I got, not promotion, but just kind of promoting The last song of the second album releases in 2 weeks, and in that time I'll be heading to a wedding, my buddy's wedding. Tyler and Megan, they came in February, and I went to the Opry with them. I probably should have done like a little vlog with that, but I didn't want to be rude. But anyway, really looking forward to being there, and I'm going to perform at their wedding, so I'm looking forward to that. Not really sure what it's going to be like, but we're going to film it. I'm going to film it along the way, like I always do, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, so what the plan is with the music is I am going to continually record songs. I got a couple songs here queued up that are already recorded and just in waiting. Yeah, I kind of explained it to you guys before. I started working on. I already recorded and released on YouTube the first song of album 3, which is going to come out in end of September. And then I recorded. I'm going to be recording the second song here soon, and that'll be released on YouTube in a couple days, probably. Been released probably end of October, along with the Halloween song that I talked about. And then I got a couple other singles sprinkled in that I already recorded that are going to be released towards the end of the year. So yeah, I'm really excited. So I got that going for me, and a year ago I didn't have that going for me. So I'm, you gotta trust the grind, and my dad was telling me, oh, one and a couple 100,000 people make it to be the big time stars and stuff. And then fuck it, I'll be the one. I don't know what to say. Because for me there really is no back. I mean, there's a backup plan. There's an idea of what I want to do, but I mean, there's no backup plan. Like I'm not working for FedEx or Track Supply the rest of my life. I just can't do it, man. Again, I'm not trying to bring anybody down for doing that stuff. They love it, but I won't. And I can't sit there going to a job and then, at 50 years old and then coming back to my little, and I'd be grateful. I know a lot of people are, would be grateful for a house in the suburbs or blah, blah, blah. Just be grateful you have a house. Yes, I understand that. But I can't do it. Can't be sitting here in town and living in the suburbs and doing this monotonous crap the rest of my life. I just can't do it. Can't stand it. It pisses me. Like, I understand I can't let it get to me every day, and I try to, I trust in God and I have faith and everything else, but it just pisses me off. Like, just every day to not be doing what I want to be doing. And even, I don't mind working the jobs and continuously, but then getting to play on the weekends, and that's what's, and that's fine. I don't mind working hard and then on the weekends going to play or something, but that's the thing, I can't even get through to playing these gigs. It's just like they want a band. I've been trying very hard, so I've been trying hard to get a band, and maybe not as hard as I should, but I'll get back to the email, the messages and emails, and see what's going on with people, and see if we can get something wrong. Cause I just can't sit around anymore. I can't, and it's funny that I say I'm sitting around, and it sounds like I'm whining, but I'm really just venting to you guys and talking about, if you got a dream, and I know you hear this all the time, but if you got a dream, chase it, and don't listen to anyone. If anyone has, to say anything about, and I don't want to say don't listen to anyone that you disagree with, because sometimes you have to learn. But if someone's saying something about what you want to do, unless it's like flying yourself, like jumping off a bridge and flapping your arms, don't do that. But no, if there's anything realistic that people can do that you want to do, don't fucking listen to people, man. Just believe in yourself. I was watching this video on social media, and I never really thought about it. And this guy was like, I can't remember who it was, but he goes, I want my kids, he said, my daughter drew this picture, and she came to me, she's like, Daddy, what do you think? And he said, what do you think about it? And I know that sounds terrible. He's like, oh, what do you think about it? And I think that's and I think that's a great idea, because I think it's very important that nowadays kids and adults now are looking always for satisfaction, and this world is so lost, or at least our country, at least, is so lost because we're a country full, like majority of people, the generations coming up, that want this instant. All right, sorry about that, guys. My camera got all hot because it's so freaking hot out. But anyway, I just wanted to say that this country is built on the back is I don't want to say built on the backs, but a lot of adults in this country and young people, they want this instant satisfaction. You know, they just want an award for participating, and I say that's BS. That is BS, and we need to learn how to work for things again, just like the generations before us. And that's the problem. You know, I saw my grandmother, you know, her generation, my dad's generation, they worked hard so that we didn't. But that's the problem. You're making weak people because you made life so easy for us that now it's turning this country into really a bad depression almost. And especially the people, and I mean literally depressed, not just financially depressed, but literally people that instead of like reaching for God, they want to be something different. They want to dye their hair. They want to do this. They don't know what to do with themselves because they don't want to look for God. And that's the problem. And I'm sorry if you're not religious, but it's not about any type of BS. Really, being in this Christian religion, it's about how to get through life and be happy. I don't know why people don't want that. You know, everyone wants to do it by themselves. I don't know why you would want to do that. So, anyway, the only reason why I'm depressed, my dad doesn't understand it, is because I care a lot and have a passion for music, and I don't want to just make money. My dad was in it to make money, for anything to make money. I am in it to be the best, to be the greatest of all time in what I love to do, and I love country music, man. I love it. People don't even understand the cowboy way and why I love it and what it stands for. They don't understand. And that's fine, but it's not about me. Like, my dad's like, oh, you never go to vacation. Being a cowboy, he's saying. I'm just saying is that I don't want instant. And honestly, I feel like my dad was in it for instant satisfaction. I mean, he works hard, but I don't mean to put him down, but he was doing these businesses just so he could make a quick buck, and he knew the fastest way that he can make a lump sum of money. But he wasn't really in it to be the best. He just wanted to make money and do something even if he hated it. And I just can't live like that. I was built for more, and not in a bad way, but that's just me, And I know a lot of people out there like that, but they just don't want to work for it. I know it's nothing new. You guys probably haven't heard already, but I just feel like saying what's on my mind today, So working at FedEx, it's been great. It's great, and working at Track Supply, it's all right. But I just can't stand it. And I understand you gotta put yourself in the process, and that's probably my problem. Is I don't mind pointing it out. I need to put myself in the process and trust it and enjoy life right now because it's a gift, and then it'll start churning, And I think that's what God wants from me. So I'm trying my best, to do that. But I would say don't try, do. So I'm doing my best. But, and I'm sitting here freaking trying to not bounce around because I need to hold this camera because it's so freaking hot out. We're in a heat warning here in southern Kentucky. Freaking, my truck says 102. But, feels like 111, I think it said, or something. So we're in a heat advisory. So I'm just heading to FedEx, and we'll head to the bank right now. But sleeping all day, man. I was tired. I've been up at 3:30 playing music. I want this more than anything. And again, it also, just like everybody. I'm just human, just like us all. I was saying that Track Supply is like the worst hell ever because I have to sit there and listen, do this crap job, and listen to people, and some people doing it terribly. Singing on the radio in the store. And while I can't even get paid gigs, I can't even make a $100 bill for the night, or not even $30 for the night, playing music somewhere. And I know I can. And the only reason is because I don't have the connections. I don't have the band. I don't have I have the talent, and I have the charisma, and I have the will to do it. I can do it right now. If someone said, "Hey, we got a stage for you tonight," I can go play Madison Square Garden right now. But I can, at least open for someone. Oh my freaking God, dude! You gotta be kidding me! This fucking tractor trailer just fucking cut me off. I know he put his blinker on, but I'm trying to illegally hold the camera, so I wasn't paying attention. But anyway. Yeah, so that's what I got going on. I'm trying I talked to my dad, and I'm just like, man, I would literally die for this. Like, I want this more than anything, this career path, and I'm not willing to back down from it, just like I love Luke Combs, one of his songs. It was like, the only backup plan I have is getting back up, and I love that saying. So I'm gonna probably, I'm driving along here, and that's pretty much all I really wanted to get out for today. I'm gonna end with a Bible verse here, Galatians 6:9, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. And basically saying that just like a farmer, you're not gonna harvest your crop the day you plant it. And you gotta wait and have faith that it's gonna grow out of the ground, and you're gonna harvest what you planted, and believe. And just like with my cattle business, I was sitting there, and that calf was not coming. And I just remember last year, hey, that cow didn't look like the rancher that I'm with. He's like, man, I don't know, she doesn't look like she's bagging up anymore. She probably lost the calf or something. I said, nah. I mean, of course it scared me, but I had faith and I trusted. And a couple days ago, they messaged me and said, "Hey, got a calf. Last calf of the year. We're down. I'm down half my herd anyway. But at least I had all the calves of cows that I had, and hopefully they're doing well in this heat. And you just gotta trust and the cliche, have faith. But it stands true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm gonna keep having faith, keep working, and try to not get so frustrated. And when I say frustrated, I just mean to myself. I don't go around yelling at people. I just have a bitch face on, but I still talk friendly to people and talk to people and do my thing. But I'm trying to stay myself and stop being so serious. So enjoy it and keep grinding. I still got to practice and perform and do my thing every day so I can get better. That's the only thing I got to fix, and then also go and talk to some of these places and hang out during the day when it's slow. I don't really know if I should go during when it's strong there. I mean, maybe just what I mean is when there's bands and everything's going on and people are having fun. Maybe just to see how it is. There's a couple places around here called Joe B's and White Squirrel Brewery. But anyway, I'm gonna get off. I gotta get going here. My ex is coming up soon, so yeah. If you got a dream, chase it, because the dream won't chase you back. Greatest poet of my time, Cody Johnson. And let's keep grinding, man. I'll let you guys know how it's going. I'm gonna try to get someone on the podcast here soon. And I know last week, and Emily, my friend from church, she's probably watching this one. So, hi Emily. She watched the last podcast and she was worried about me, and I'm like, it's the best time of my life and it's the worst time of my life. And that's how it is being an adult. It could always be worse, but I ain't worried about it being worse. I'm worried about it being better. So let's get it rolling. So I appreciate her. Appreciate y'all watching, man. Stay tuned, man. It's gonna blow up. So in a good way. I'll catch you guys.